Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a 36-degree Tuesday, the 28th of October. It's not supposed to rain till later tonight, but definitely has that why Siri's bringing up my appointments for the day. I have no idea, but anyway, it's supposed to rain later tonight, like 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. Oh man, the fall colors sure are beautiful. Holy moly. Little bistro tables all wintered out. It's almost time to throw it underneath the overhang there so that it doesn't get all the leaves just sitting on it, making it rot. Those trees sure are beautiful out there. That's kind of beautiful. Anyway, I could look at this all day long. Let's head to work, see what lies before us. Hey, wait a minute. It's not supposed to rain this afternoon. It's raining right now. Okay. Northwest. 47 degrees and mostly cloudy out there this morning. Not a whole lot warmer than it was when we left the house. Oh, Mama. Excuse me. We made it to Tuesday.
We did.
Time to go in and earn our keep.
Mm-hmm.
See what we make of the day.
All right.
So you have yourself a wonderful Tuesday there,
You
Mama.
too.
All right. I'll see you in the passings.
All right. Sounds good.
Bloop, bloop. All right. Have a great day now.
You too, baby.
See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye now.
Bye.
Welcome to what's now being called the V800. Initially, they were calling it the MPI 4. So I can't use that computer for it. But I installed BUDS-3 on the BMW computer with Otto from the IT guys. It's not used for BMW anymore. So this is Windows 10 Professional. That's Windows 7 Professional. You can see the screens all. It's supposed to be drop proof. And out of all the years I had it, I let it slip off a Spyder. I think it was last year. And it hit. And the only thing it did, it made the little kind of plasticky, rubbery door kind of, it's supposed to pop in smoothly here. Well, it kind of hangs on the back. It put just a slight little wow in it. And there was nothing. And all of a sudden, those bubbles, I guess it lays in a fluid. It's supposed to be some kind of shockproof thing for the screen. But this is the first time being installed, so it's going through its paces. Actually shows some main modules are not detected. I got to boot through. This is the very first time that the VCI has been hooked up to it. But it's called VCI is Vehicle Controller Interface. And they're referring to this as the V800. There's a whole bulletin over there I can't get too close to. Talking about that, there's probably stuff in there. Not supposed. Oh, dum 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 dum. That's why it can't connect to it. I'm sitting here literally looking at the red lights, telling me something's wrong. I was thinking of other stuff. But so I looked on Amazon. I had a gentleman comment that he had found some of those fuses on there, and I dug through a lot of them, but the thing is, it has to be 30 millimeters eye to eye, and the eye holes are 6 millimeter holes where it bolts to that little bus thing. This is, we want to hear from you. Let me take a survey. I haven't used it yet, so I don't have much to say. What does this do? I'll just do a quick rescan. Because I wasn't connected. The bike wasn't on yet. But I do like the colors. Reds and greens and yellows and all kinds of stuff. The guys upstairs with the the Manitous and all the boats and stuff up there. I've been using it for a bit, and then there's been some specialty things they've had to do with, I think it had to do with side-by-sides or something, and there's some programming things they were trying to do stuff, and they had to revert back to BUDS-2. But BUDS-2, I think by the 10th of next month she's gone. I feel sorry for the guys that bought those kits online and paying for a license and stuff, because your world's just about to get rocked, because it ain't gonna work no more. It'll probably work, but it'll never update again. Or, you gotta be really tricky. Like, I use that MPI-2, which was the second VCI that BRP used, and that's the one that came out with the Spyders back in 08. And I got to be tricky every time I open up BUDS-2 on that computer. I have to say no to install the VCI software, because what it'll do is it erases the MPI-2 and replaces it with the MPI-3, and it writes the MPI-2 right out of there. So my my VCI does not work anymore. So I have to make sure I say no every time I log in. But I'm going to be using this thing, well, in a few short days. This will be my main computer, and I just have to revert everything over to this one. I mean, it's easily 11 years old by now, that old Dell. And this one's a shock-proof one, I believe it is. Yeah, it's a Panasonic Toughbook, so I think it may even be water resistant as well, which that one was not. And I loaned it to a young guy that used to work here years ago, and he went out in the snow programming a snowmobile out there. And I come back and I said, "Are you done with my laptop?" Because yeah, I already put it in your laptop bag, in your toolbox. So open up the door, I lift the little lid. I see the computer sitting in there. Shut the lid, locked up, went home for the weekend. Come back Monday, it was absolutely soaking wet. Literally the water was pooling in it. And oddly enough, the only thing it killed the speakers. It has 0 speakers. But everything else has functioned. And that was, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. Anyway, this is my first time hooking up to anything. I'm going to sit here and explore through the program here. I already did all the programming thing. I'm just using it as a look-see thing. I'm going to grab the BMW computer or charge it and put it on the bike so it's not dragging it down as it's sitting here. But yeah, that's what I've been piddling around. Oh, a bunch of stuff today. Several meetings. One was, long. Then they're going to do a feature thing on Kelly and I, the GM is. And so we got our pictures taken and stuff like that. And anyway, on the 12th of this month is 25 years since I started here. I've been working for this company for a quarter of a century. Is that crazy or what? And what's nuts, when I think back to 2000, in October of 2000 when I started here, that doesn't seem that long ago. How I have to put it in perspective is think about where the kids were at the time. How young Ryan was. He was super young. All the kids were young. Even Ashley, our oldest, was young. That's wild. And now to think our second oldest with grandkids, one that's almost a legal adult, are living with us. That's crazy. That's really crazy. All right. This thing works very well. I don't want to get too close. I'm not sure if I'm even supposed to show this, but it shows, the brake bleeding procedures. It's all just kind of grouped in one little spot. Then the fault, and it says there's no health issues, no updates. All these, I think these little things would change colors over here if it had a fault. These are fault indicators, which are none, and these are update indicators, which there's none. And a little quick thing to go in and much easier to get into monitoring different things. You got ECM cluster, DPS, and just a synopsis of the vehicle. And make sure there's no name there. Oh, it's showing a VIN number, but anyway, really nice. Kind of simple, kind of dumbed down feeling to it, which is very nice. BUDS-2 was just always kind of clunky. I used it so much it's not clunky to me anymore. How do I disconnect from it once I'm in there? Probably just like the other one, you just bail out, eh? Yep, just snap right out of it. Boot the bike down. Yeah, immediately when I bounced out, everything just went white, meaning it's not connected to anything. But it's just over $1,000 for this V800 and the cable. It's got a different, way more robust cable. I mean, substantially. The other ones had the dangling wires hanging out of there. We got some people upstairs that can flat destroy anything. But it's the, regular 6-pin, only 3 are used. It's always been that way. But, yeah, I'll take this back up to the boys. I guess they ordered a second one today, so the shop will have 2. But, it'll be no time soon that, they're going to spend $1,000 for me to have my own VCI down here. So it's going to be one of those things, every time one comes in here, I'm going to have to go search for one. Unless I want to shell out over $1,000 to have one myself. That's why I still, the MPI 3 was the newest one. That's why I'm still using an old MPI 2 and tricking the computer into letting it work, because it was $700 for the MPI 3. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Anyway, back to what I was going to. I looked at those 80 amp fuses. I found a bunch of them on Amazon, but they're too long. They have 8mm holes. They have a weird shape to them that's not going to fit in that slot that this thing needs to fit into. We're just going to have to wait for the one from BRP. And one gentleman mentioned that he had found some. And again, thank you very much for doing that research. Unfortunately, I didn't give you guys any kind of specs. If you're looking, eye to eye is 30mm, and it's 6mm holes. So, yeah, they're all over the place. It's, automotive stuff. I'm sure this is probably used somewhere, but it'd be nice if Amazon had it, because almost every one of those things I looked at, they would show up overnight. But anyway, such is life. Anyway, the BUDS-4, is that what they're referring to it now? Or is that BUDS-3 software? BUDS-3 software, yeah. We've gone through 1, 2, and 3. And anyway, I like it. I like how it's just simple and right to the point, and stuff shows up and it scans and connects to the bike probably about 5 or 10 times faster than BUDS-2. That was some kind of nightmare. It started slowing down with BMW, but they were going through some changes, and it just, people, you tell them, we just need to clear something, and you got to tell them it's going to be 15-20 minutes just in hooking up to it. Because it was a legit 10 minutes for it to scan that bike. And of course, you got to get back down here. You got to hook it up to the battery, pull or whatever panel off you need to get to it, and wait for it to scan, do whatever you're doing, and close out of it. And then all of a sudden, BUDS-2 started going really slow as well. And, you know, they were equally as slow. I mean, it's a good 3 to 5 minutes just to get into a Spyder using BUDS-2. That thing, man, that was almost instant, as well it should be. To look at a cheap scan tool that you buy for your car. You know, I got just a cheap thing. I think I spent $40 or $50 for it, that sits in the glove box of the almost at Pan America in the CRV. And I plugged that thing in I don't know, 10 seconds, and you're in and looking at codes. I mean, why does it have to be that slow and complicated? But now, that was very nice. That's more like it should be. And but you know, the older bikes, older than 17, you got to use what's called BUDS All, which is technically BUDS-1. And but there's different. If it goes older than that, there's different software. There was, when I first started, you know, we had they weren't called Can-Am at the time, but they're called Bombardier. Excuse me. Bombardier ATVs, and they had a box that you hooked up to them, and the old boats, because been a Sea-Doo since I started here. I've been a Sea-Doo dealer with this dealership since the 90s, and I think it was early 2000s when they had I don't know how long they had them down here. So early 2000s, because Pro Caliber took over this building and turned it into a motorcycle shop in 2003, I think. And we had Bombardier, but we bought it out from a guy under the same name, Pro Caliber Motorsports, that was actually in downtown Vancouver. And he sold it to the Hannas. And then the owner of Longview Motorsports, because of his motorcycle experience, years at that time, they merged together and became Pro Caliber Motorsports. The rest is history. And that was weird. That was a big change. You know, we were part of the corporate world. I mean, for the longest time, we had to drive to, you know, one of the auto dealers, one of the places they have a big meeting room, had to go through all this HR training, drug testing, and all this stuff. Kind of interesting, you know, your coworkers, you find out some things. There were several people that were not eligible to continue. It's crazy. But, you know, at the same time, it's kind of sad, because, you know, they had gone through some bumps somewhere in their past, and unfortunately, when it came to this corporate world, that caught up with them. And that's really sad. Good people. And you never know, you know, people go through stuff in life, you know. But anyway, Kelly and I are still here. I started in November. She started first part of January, I think it was. So she's just a couple months behind me. But it was crazy. I forget, she was doing something, and she'd like on the rainy days, she would her schedule was different mine, so she'd drop me off. A lot of times I came off of the hill, because at first we were staying at Kelly's parents' house for, I don't know, several months. It seemed like I was riding my mountain bike to work, and then when the winters hit, you know, it was too wet. So when the bad weather hit, and anyway, she'd drive me to work and pick me up, and we just in there. She became friends. She knows several people that, you know, it's weird. You in this business, you leave for a while and you come back, and the amount of people that you know from way back when. So she became like, you know, they freaked out, you know, when I started there, and then Kelly's, you know, coming in, picking me up and dropping me off and stuff like that. And so they offered her a job. In fact, her immediate boss is still her boss. And he's dang near retirement age. He's coming up quick. You know, full retirement age. But yeah, amazing how all that time goes by. And how we know all these people. You know, you've been in this business so long, you start losing people either naturally or, you know, as a result of the sport. And you know, bringing up them people as time goes by. But a lot of good times. Way more good times than sad times. How's that for a chit chat? So, I hope I didn't go too far. So, the GM took pictures of Kelly. I told you about that earlier. And then he bugged me a couple times. I got sidetracked. He goes, "I need you to write something." So I have, you know, like a half an hour or so left of the day. So I sat down with, opened up. I don't have a MacBook here, so I opened up my iCloud thing on the PC and opened up Pages, which is like Word. And I wrote this thing out, and I kind of wrote a memoir. My life with motorcycles and family and stuff like that, and I sent it to him. I should probably have let Kelly read the thing first. But wow, I have never done anything like that. I literally just lost my ever-loving mind. I'll let Kelly read it and see what she thinks, and I don't know, maybe I'll come. Well, if he uses it, you'll see it on our website here before too long, or he'll share it somewhere. I think he on all the social media stuff. I have no idea, but I'm just kind of chuckling at myself. It's time to go. I'm checking out. We'll see you guys at the house in the dark. Sunset is, well, here in Vancouver at 6:02. We're probably less than that at home. I don't know if we're at that time of year that their days are longer than ours or not. I don't know. But it starts flipping as it gets towards winter solstice. They actually have longer days than we do. But anyway, it's crazy. You look at a map, Vancouver, Washington, Toledo, Washington, and we travel a pretty decent chunk of the state every day. All right, I'm bouncing. Well, hello there, YouTube. Get home safe and sound. Little clouds out, making it very dark out here.
Mm-hmm.
Sunset was at like 6:02, 6:03, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're past far enough sunset. I'm looking at that thing. I'm going 7 something. What is it? Oh, you already passed. So now my watch is telling me when sunrise is. Oh well. But anyway, it was a cool day. Quiet day. It was very mellow. But I got stuff done. Playing around with BUDS-3. That was kind of cool. Man, that VCI thing is expensive.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, my crap. Man.
More money than I got.
Yeah, that's nuts. But anyway, on that, we're going to bounce.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same Smoak time, same Smoak channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You guys have an amazing Wednesday or Thursday.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
We will at that.
Appreciate you watching.
Yes.
Bye-bye now.